Hi everyone, welcome back and welcome to day 12 in my 12 Days of Palettes series. Today is the final day. I can't believe it. The palette we're using today is something I don't use that often, but every time I do, I really like the looks that I'm able to create with it, and I wanted to use it today. And it's the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette. So this is obviously just a neutral matte eyeshadow palette, but you literally get every shade you would ever need for a neutral matte shadow in here. And I wanted to do a pretty matte makeup look today. Pretty much everything is matte other than I have a little bit of glow from my foundation, but pretty much everything else is matte, which is kind of different for me. If you're new here, my name is Blair. I hope you'll stick around and subscribe. I post all kinds of beauty and makeup content here on YouTube. I'm posting every day in December. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. I'll show you my face makeup quickly and then we'll move on to the eyeshadow. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, we're gonna move on to the eyeshadow now. So I have my palette and I think I'm gonna go into this shade right here, which is matte number, not this one right here, which is matte number 3. It's kind of a peachy matte color. It's just a little bit darker than the lightest cream shade in the palette. I'm just gonna tap this all over. All right, then I'm gonna mix the, let's see, matte number 2 and matte number 3. So this one and this one. One is a little more golden and one is a little more camel, I would say. So we're gonna take a mix of those two shades and that's gonna be our transition shade. These mattes blend really, really well. I feel like if you're a makeup artist, this would be like a really great staple to have in your kit because you could really do anything with this. I feel like this would be a really good palette to pair with other palettes as well because you really get any neutral shades you might need in here. Next, I'm going to go into this shade right here, which is kind of a reddish brown. It's actually like the color of the shirt that I'm wearing. And I'm going to apply this in the outer corner. I'm going to add just a little bit more. This is just a Real Techniques crease brush. This is so new for me. I'm not typically somebody that wears like a lot of matte makeup looks, but I thought it would be fun to do it today since my foundation that I used was pretty glowy, so I figured we could use matte eyeshadow and maybe even a matte lip, which I also like never ever do. And then I'm just gonna take that first brush that we used and just blend lightly. I like these mattes in this palette because they are pigmented, but they're not so pigmented that they're difficult to work with. They're very buildable, which I think is really nice, especially for a makeup artist. I just feel like it gives you a lot of versatility. All right, now I'm gonna go into this shade right here, which I think is matte number 8. And I'm gonna put this right where I feel my crease. I'm not gonna bring it up or anything. I'm just gonna keep it right here. Just a little bit darker than the other shades that we use. So just kind of deepen it up a little bit. All right, next I'm gonna take this more cool toned brown and I'm gonna do what I've been doing with this little skincare sample. And I'm just kind of lightly applying a little bit of that. All right, and then I'm gonna take the matte, really light cream in the palette, and I'm gonna put this under my brow. And then I'm gonna go back into that first shade that we used, and I'm gonna use a fluffier brush. It was the brush we used for our crease shades, and I'm gonna go over my whole eye with this, even like on the lid. And I'm just blending very, very lightly because I feel like this will just kind of bring everything together. For the lower lash line, I'm gonna take matte 2 and matte 4, the two that we put in our crease. And I'm gonna put that under my eyes. All right, and then I'm gonna take, let's see here, probably a mix of the matte brown and the matte black. These two, and we'll do our wing. I've been doing this so often that all of my little angled brushes are really, really dirty. Something else that's really helpful if you do this, if you ever make a mess or you just need to like sharpen up a line that you do, you need like a little paddle brush. And you can add concealer to it if you need to, but most of the time you can just kind of go over anything that you kind of want to clean up, and it just helps define, clean up the edges a little. Okay, and I think that's going to be it, you guys, for the shadow. So I'm going to go ahead and do mascara and my lips, and then I'll be back to show you the final look. And this is the final look. Let me know what you think. I never do an all matte eye. I don't do a matte lip very often either, but I kind of really like how this eye look turned out. This is one of those palettes. I love it every time I use it. I just need to pull it out more and use it. I'm just typically a pretty big shimmer person. I like to have a little bit of shimmer on my eyes typically, but I really like how this turned out. I didn't do any bottom mascara. I kind of like how it looks with nothing except that little bit of shadow. And this lipstick is so pretty. It's from NARS. It's the shade Tonka, and it almost exactly matches my shirt, but it's a very matte lipstick. So I really like how this look turned out. I hope you enjoyed the 12 days of palettes. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite or favorites. Let me know in the comments. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. I hope you'll subscribe if you're new for more content from me, and go follow me over on Instagram at simply.blair. I will see you guys tomorrow for another video. Remember, simply be you.